All right. We are back to do the second part. We didn't want to make it too long, so we just wanted to do like a couple videos. And, you know, I mean, everybody do long videos, but just in case you didn't want it. So,
you could see Sparkle. Look. That's Sparkle.
hey, Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
I need a sparkle. Look at you done made her get up. Here she coming. She coming. Look at you done made her come up now. It's like, it's ridiculous. Look at that. They see in the mirror. Look.
Oh.
They can see in the mirror.
Yeah,
like, where Boosie? Why Boosie can't come in here?
This is my baby.
But let Boosie in.
Okay.
Can you go let Boosie in?
No.
All right. So, we're gonna continue the conversation we had in the first video, and we were talking about. Look at her. They can see her standing on the chair. Oh Lord, baby, leave the dog alone.
She jumped up here.
So, let's talk about some of the things that you can experience, which I spoke about those in the original video in 2012 about some of the symptoms of PTSD. I'm not going to go through all of these, but let's talk about flashbacks, because for me, flashbacks was new. I had never experienced anything like that before in my life. So, I guess the question I want to ask you today, I know the answer already, of course, but are you doing better with the flashbacks?
Yeah. I'm doing a lot better.
Yes.
But it you can't explain it. You can't. Well, I can't, because it happens. It's just something that happens. But you when you have to have somebody there that's understands and care, because some vets have flashbacks more than others. And some vets they sleeping in the bed, they fall out the bed because they're fighting and stuff.
Don't see you.
Anyway, it's real. It's real.
Oh, no doubt about it.
It's real. And it's just not veterans. So, we say PTSD. As soon as we say PTSD, we assume, we say it's veterans. Mm. You got police officers, emergency responders, and, they experience a lot. Yeah. And a lot of them probably got PTSD. I don't know, but I'm thinking they got a lot of things they see. They get PTSD. After so long seeing that such dramatic stuff over and over, it affects them. Oh yeah, the mind.
Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine. I commend everybody that has a job who is of service to people, who have to be the first responders on the scene for whatever somebody's situation is, because they get to see stuff that we don't see. So I understand that. Yeah. I definitely understand that.
And the family members, those people, they have to be strong. They have to be helpful, and
oh my God, that dog is losing it. So, yeah, the family members have to be strong to get through something like flashbacks, or I'm just in general PTSD, period. So, the next one I want to talk about is a lot of vets, not just vets, anybody that works in service, I'm sure, but I know I'm speaking from experience from vets who deal with depression. And depression is real. I've been moved to tears to see this look. You see this man right here. This is a calm, in a good place Willie.
Wasn't always like that.
It's my babe. He's in a good place. It wasn't always like that. You still battle depression now?
Yeah. Yeah, I still go every once in a while, and it comes on when I start isolating,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden I start just going deeper into depression, and it's not good.
No, it's not
It's
good.
not a good place.
It's not a good place because along with depression, when he's going through depression, he's also fighting pain. He has the
spinal fusion. I had a spinal fusion. I had a spinal fusion, and when was this?
09.
In 09, and it didn't go well because of a back injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a chronic back pain now.
And I'm pretty sure in every family, somebody knows somebody who deals with chronic back pain. And it's like the way to deal with pain is through medication. And he's been on a gamut of some really strong stuff for pain.
Just
a lot of stuff for pain. Some things we can't do with no more. Deal with no more. It's like I'm always gonna be the advocate because I'm watching. Because it's some serious stuff where it's easily abused. I'm not saying he abused it, but it's easy because you hear about it all the time. When people take pain medication, it becomes an addiction, and it can become an addiction for anybody. So dealing with chronic pain is no joke. And if you experience it or know family members that do, trust me, it ain't no joke. That's some serious stuff, and you always have to be vigilant and monitor because when a person is in pain, they just want to take something to make it go away, to make it better, to where they feel normal. I'm recording again, Chaz. So that's what you do with pain medication and stuff like that. You want to talk about your mood swings, babe?
Yeah, you can talk. Well, you say I'm mood swing. I don't think so.
Yes, you have mood swings.
I don't think
you could be happy just like this, and in the next second, for no reason, it's unexplainable. And I know it's not that you're mad with me. You're not really mad with me. It's just, it just happens. I don't. People have mood swings with PTSD. That's one of the symptoms. Okay, I'll just read through them really quick. Some of the signs or symptoms of PTSD are intrusive thoughts, nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety. Okay, nightmares, check. Flashbacks, check. Anxiety, check. Depression, check. Avoidance, check. Anger, check. Fatigue, oh my. Yes. Fear, yes. Isolation, yes. Eating disorders can be not eating or eating. My husband is an emotional eater. When there's anger or upset or something going on, he's an emotional eater.
You think so? I don't realize that. I don't think so.
Let me tell you about this medicine, Ambien. If you guys have ever had Ambien,
I still don't believe it.
My husband used to get up in the middle of the night, sleepwalking, going to the kitchen. And I'm like, I realized eventually that he's not in bed. And I would get up and go look for him. And he's standing at the kitchen counter with his eyes closed, eating a sandwich. And he didn't even know he was in there doing that. If anybody on Ambien, and I used to think he used to leave the house. He used to drive the car. Because when I would come back, get up in the morning to go to work, I'm like, the car's warm. I think you drove his sleep. I think you did. Anyway, I digress. Poor concentration. Startled response. Insomnia. Check. Frustration. Self-harm. He hasn't harmed himself. But those are some of the signs and symptoms of PTSD, and quite a few of those on that list are things that we experience on a regular. Nobody has to be ashamed of PTSD. It is a condition that can be manageable. I don't think you can take it away. You know what I mean?
The thing is, if you suspect one of your loved ones or your family members might have PTSD, they're a veteran, try to get them to the VA. It's nothing to be ashamed of, because you're trying to get help. And believe it or not, when you keep trying, eventually, you might have a breakthrough. And that person might start going. He might start doing better because maybe he don't need medication. Maybe he just need counseling. Or if he needs, if the person, he or she needs medication, then they're the best right there. VA.
Pretty sure the first thing they'll give him is some medicine.
Well,
I take a point of case. My son, who got out of the Navy in 2000 and
I don't know, 12 or something.
It was 26. He's 31 now, so it's like 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Yeah, about 12.
2012. What's it, 17?
You talking about me and my memory.
He's like, okay, I'm getting old. Okay, whatever. But yeah, he's been diagnosed with PTSD. He's had some episodes, some very scary moments. He was not in a good place when he left the military. So yeah, the first thing they did was diagnose him with PTSD and gave him some pills.
Well, and then sometimes that's what's needed. That's what's needed. Now they could die. You could go to VA and they could say, okay, maybe we need to start with this medication. But it's up to the individual because see, I could pick the medication up at the pharmacy and just don't use it.
Yeah.
See, so
I think a lot
it's
of
not helping me. It's not getting better. So you have to take. If your doctor prescribed medication, you have to take it. If they prescribe counseling, you have to go to counseling. Now, I ain't saying you should go. You have to go. And find a group
that fits you.
Exactly, because not all groups fit you. Like for me, when I went in, it was Vietnam just ended. So and then all through my career, I was brought up by Vietnam vets, so I feel comfortable with Vietnam vets. So that's the comfort. They might feel better with somebody went to Afghanistan or whatever, or Iraq.
So
because they got the same experience, you could talk about the same experience, what you experiencing.
So I guess he's saying that for those of you that it would be your first time, if it's your first time going to the VA.
Well, the doctor, or the psychiatrist, whoever you're gonna see at VA, is gonna together. Y'all gonna work together, and y'all gonna find out what's. You're gonna find out what's the. That's my daughter.
Look, this daughter, that daughter, everybody.
I got
we can't have a uninterrupted video.
But they'll help you and put you in something that fits you.
Yeah.
And try to help you, make you better. Now it's not gonna happen overnight.
No.
It's gonna take a lot of counseling and family members have to help. And they have to understand. And sometimes you could, like when we go to, when I go to my psychiatrist, you come with me. You in there with me. And
yes, I am. Yes, I am. Until she says.
And you could do that.
Until she says.
And now it's times when, every once in a while she say, okay, I need to talk to him by himself.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. But 80%, 90% of the time, she's with me in there. And we both talking, and when I'm talking, and then she understands, and the doc, it's an interaction. So it's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing, babe. It's a good thing. I think if a spouse, girlfriend, or significant other has the time to be there, I think the biggest thing that helps me help you is for you to know that I'm there to support you.
That's what important. That the vet feels that, you know, the family member or somebody is there for them.
Yeah, I think I think it's important so you don't feel like you're in this alone, because you've already been and served your country, and then you got to come back and fight for all the stuff that they're supposed to give you.
Don't get it twisted now. You're going to experience some crazy stuff at VA. You know, you're going to go to VA and then you think everything's working smooth and stuff, just like in the Army, you know, or in whatever branch you in. You know, you're going to have some of them days where, you know, you don't believe this is happening. So be ready for that. But overall, that's the number one thing that's going to help you and improve your life living with PTSD.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the that's what I'm going to title these videos: living with PTSD. Because once you get diagnosed and the doctors give you medication if that's what you need, or counseling, or let you go to groups or whatever, this is something that's going to be a part of you and for the rest of your life. I don't think you could ever in your mind's eye stop seeing what's been a part of you for your career in the military.
After a while, you know, I don't want it to be any different, because I have 2 PTSD groups. I have a TBI group, and I have what else? There's something else.
You got about 15 psychiatrists.
Well, I see about 2 or 3 psychiatrists. Is it 2?
So, about 2.
2 psychiatrists. And
Thursday and Monday.
Yeah, Thursday and Monday. And what it is sometimes we don't want to go see.
3. Because we see the doctor once every
so you don't want to go because you think, oh, I'm not crazy, ain't nothing wrong with me. But until you realize that, you know, you're different. You're not the same as you when you left home.
Nope, you never come back the same. And that's why a lot of relationships and marriages end, because once a person goes to the military,
relationship and marriage.
That's a relationships or marriages. You know, I know relationships. I'm saying dating or married.
But where you go?
Don't nope. You go in.
I've been there. So.
This show is good.
Army strong.
Woosa. I mean, But I'm just saying, it's like, so a lot of relationships don't last because that person who left is never going to be the person who returns home.
Because they think so, you know, the spouse or whoever, whether it's a man or a woman, that's the spouse, they think that, you know, something is really wrong and this person don't want to go seek help and I just can't take this no more.
Yeah,
you know, so
it's like they're still fighting a battle. Like you never leave.
You never leave.
You never leave.
Yeah.
It's always a constant battle. And if the person can't understand or deal, then that's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna be good. And that's,
it's got to be some strong love, patience,
God,
and you have to
really patience.
So we got church right now.
I'm just saying it.
But overall, before we leave, you know, it's love. I think it's the strongest. Yeah. And that's what we got.
Okay, Sparkle. We love you too.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, I guess that's our advice to people with PTSD. We're no expert. Well, we kind of are experts.
We live it.
We live it, you know, living with PTSD. Medication, someone who supports the vet or the person who has PTSD, trying to get to know what it is to try to understand what's going on with. Okay.
Somebody breaking in the house.
Come here, Boosie.
Boosie. This is Boosie.
Hey, Boosie. Okay. Oh my God, Sparkle, hush. Hush, Sparkle. Anyway, but having someone that could try to be understanding, and the best thing is if there's moments, let them be. Let them have their 5 minutes, 1 hour, or whatever time it takes before they can get there. Make sure they take their medications because medications keep them on track.
Yep.
Yes, Lord, we can't go a day without that man something to tell you. All right, good people. Is there anything else you want to say, babe?
No. I'm good. Everything's all right.
All right, I thank you guys for tuning in. For those that may have watched the video, hopefully this can show you that the relationship that my husband and I have, and I'm not going to tell you he don't get on my nerve because he do get on my nerve, and I get on his nerve. It is what it is. But I love this man, and I'm willing to do anything I can for him to have him, to get him, to show him and let him be happy and in a good place, just like he does the same thing for me. Living with PTSD is not the end of the world. It can be good. Just get the help that you need. So we will talk to you later. Thank you all for tuning in.
Army strong.
Bye.